Hey everybody, today we're going to do a video on a job I did a couple years ago. We made a landing, it's at a marina, and we made a landing to have a boat up near the major road. We kind of dug out a lot of stuff, a lot of trees, and put a landing there. Well, they've decided this year they want that at least twice as big. They want to be able to put a pontoon boat and a speedboat. And maybe they got the electric golf carts up there now. They would like to put one of those up on that top landing where people can see it better. I weren't going to tape it. I didn't think it was going to be much of a job, but now we dug out all the, it had it was a landscape yard before, so they did a big raised garden with a rock wall, and that had stuff growing down over the wall. Well, they had me rip that all out. When I ripped it all out, the wall really isn't that great a shape. So we're going to be putting the wall back together a little bit. I'm not getting crazy with it, but they want it to look better than it does right now. So decided I'm going to tape it. So we'll go up and I'll show you what's in the back of the trailer we've been digging out. They had that in there for ground coverage near the sign. And some of these rocks I thought were pretty good rocks for a raised bed. So rather than just dump them out back and bury them, I picked the 3 or 4 that were good. I'm probably going to end up with another load like this before the day's out, but I had to come home and get some stone anyways. I'm gonna take a quick shot. Once I dug all that mat out, that wall had already been apart. Like I said, it never really showed before because it was covered. I'll show before the video's out. That whole piece came out pretty much just like juniper bush. I only wanted to take a few feet of it out, but it came out all in one piece. Then over here we're widening, and we're just going to put stone in, dig this out. But I'm going to bring a little bit of gravel. I'm going to smooth this out, fix that wall, bring some gravel in, and then we'll go from there. I'm overly impressed with the way that's made. It's rock way back in the bank, but it's kind of hard to say what's there, but it's not really going to be holding weight, so I'm just going to make it look like a half decent wall again. I'll try to match what they did, looks wise. I just wanted to get a shot. That's that mass of crap I took out of there. That whole piece is one piece. It was intertwined like that. The root system just crazy. But these are good for ground coverage. That's what they're made for. And when they get that big though and don't get groomed once in a while, they'll actually rip a wall apart, the root system. They'll stop pushing on it. And I think that's why that Rockwall had that one spot that exploded. We got the wall thrown back together. We're going to clean it up a little bit more tomorrow. We'll smooth that out a little bit more. I'm going to get the excavator home tonight, this afternoon, come back up tomorrow and do the bark mulch and give this a final raking. But overall, I'm happy with that. They're happy with it. Ended up with a lot bigger area than I thought. So, like I said, they're looking to put a pontoon boat and a speedboat and maybe some of those electric carts they got over there. So I also want to show my new trailer that I've been using. It's a 6x12 Griffin, and I've used that all but one day since I bought it. I've been hauling this the BX tractor around in my stump grinder about every job site I've been on, and I've probably got another 2 weeks of it. So I'm finding I'm really liking that being 6 wide. All my other trailers are 7 wide, so by the time you get to the outside of the tire, it's like 82-83 inches. Some of the roads we go on around here, if you got a trailer coming the other way, it's tight. Sometimes you get a set of tires off in the dirt. I'm actually giving some serious thought about just keeping either my 14 or my 16 and getting another one of these. Finding too, I think the 10,000 GVW is the way to go and not the 7, because I hauled stone. I had to bring these 2 loads of stone up today, and that trailer did it very comfortable. Like I said, I just think I think I'm going to like that 6 wide. I don't really haul equipment in them other than this BX, and that fits in these smaller ones. My 2501 will fit my 14 to 16 foot, even with an attachment on it. So, but I don't know if that justifies keeping both the big trailers. I've got to make a decision. There's things I like about my 14 foot more so than the 16 foot as far as the height off the ground when you're dumping it. The 16 foot, when you dump it, that tail end of it is low to the ground, so if you get caught up in something, you got a chance. I've never have yet, but you got a good chance of really staving up the back of your trailer. So I'm going to give it some thought. I just figured I'd mention that, how much I've actually used that, and it just tracks so much better behind the truck. You ain't worried about it going in the ditch. Same thing, a lot of the camps I work on, they got 150 to 600 foot driveways sometimes that zigzag in between trees. I just find that 6 wide is a bit, what a difference. We're starting the bark mulch today. Right now my daughter's up helping me today. We're weeding that and mulching it. We started at the further end, worked our way back towards the trailer, but I just figured I'd take a shot where we're at. They're more than happy with what I did with that rock wall. I try to explain to people too, rock wall is only going to look as good as the rock you have, and that's a mixture of round rock, square rock, ledge. You'll find this supposedly, this whole thing was a landscape yard. That's what this building was built for. You'll find this is all stuff he's pulled off jobs, and just the whole, I've done a lot of work here between up here and down back, and they've buried a lot of landscape products and rock walls, and some good, some bad. But everywhere I dug here, even out back, I had to dig to put some drainage in, and you dig a foot in and you're coming up with pavers and everything else. This lot's filled with just debris that they got off jobs. This is the main road to go up in northern New Hampshire, and this right here, I can remember when this used to be a hole as deep as down back where that boat is. Matter of fact, deeper. Even that's filled in probably 12 to 14 feet. But off the edge of this road right here used to be a major hole. So all the development that's getting done around here on this side of the road has all been filled in. So just want to show how we weed. We always use these gray buckets. That way you're not handling it 2 or 3 times. And, especially if it's an invasive weed or something like that, I like getting rid of it. We're going to let this get packed in. They're going to put boats up here probably today, I would imagine, but I just did the bark mulch, cleaned up those trees a little bit. Those trees took a beating from the winter.
We had that last snowstorm, it just broke a lot of stuff off, so we trimmed them up. A couple of them got some, it looks like dead spots, but they're not, they're just stressed. Other than that, they didn't want to spend a bunch of money on that. They actually want to rip a lot of this stuff out. I just don't think it's a good idea. I'm like, yeah, you make this whole thing bark mulch, it's still upkeep. What I'm finding last year too, I did the cleanup this year, but last year the little bit of weed issue they had was across the street. When I was here, one of the days they mowed that, and they mow it and they don't bag it, so that the wind comes down, it literally blew all that. They let it go till it was like a hayfield, and it all blew across into this. So I think one of the guys that works here came out a couple times with weed killer and dealt with it, but overall it's pretty good. They're happy, they looked at it yesterday. So we're gonna call this video here. I'm doing it inside the truck because there's so much road noise here, but I'm calling this one here. And again, I'm gonna say, if you like my content, please like and subscribe. This one here was something that kind of came in late, but they decided they wanted to make this landing bigger. And then when I came up to look at it, I explained to them that wall had come apart. I mean, there was part of it you could see, but when I was up here, the manager walking the property noticed that wall caved in pretty good, or caved out, kind of puked out because of the root system that juniper bush was creating in the back. I want to explain to people a little bit like the rock wall repair before people beat me up on YouTube. I did what I was told, put that rock wall back together. Wasn't the greatest quality rock. I think it was just something that was thrown together. I also found when I put it back together, the very bottom of that is just ledge that's sticking up out of the ground here, and they kind of chose to do a wall on top of it. I think that's why it kind of walked forward from that juniper bush. That root system from the juniper bush kind of pushed it forward. You'll see in future videos rock walls. Your rock wall is only going to look as good as the rock that you're putting together. I used to do a lot of natural farm walls, rebuild farm walls on people's property line, and 90% of the time they were very happy with what I did. But I'd always tell people that most farm walls in New Hampshire and Maine are mixed rock that they just pulled out of that. It used to be a field behind that wall in most cases. You would never know it now because trees have grown back. But most of the time, a lot of your farm walls were rocks that were pulled out of farmland, basically. When you see one of those walls, it's nice and square. It's normally rock that's been picked through. It's either number 1 or number 2 skidded rock. But we're gonna call this video here. And again, I'm gonna say I appreciate you watching. It'd be nice if you like and subscribe. I'm supposed to say that in every video, I guess. Getting subscribers ain't easy. A lot of people watch my videos, but they're just nervous about subscribing. But it really does help my channel out. I'm trying to get it to grow. It's growing like everybody's, not as fast as you want it to, but welcome to the real world. I believe we will get there. So, but again, thanks for watching.